Welcome back, everyone. It is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 277 for the 1st of December, 2024. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
Happy Advent. Happy first day of Advent.
Happy 1st of December. And also, we're on 3 digits for subscribers.
Woohoo! That's right. We got to 100. So our goal was to get to 100 before Christmas.
Don't give the game away how we did it.
Well done. No, I won't mention it at all.
It wasn't friends and family whatsoever.
No, it wasn't. No, we should have been subscribed anyway.
Yeah.
So we found them. We found out the people who, I thought I subscribed ages ago. You know, those people.
We knocked on a few doors. Let's put it that way.
Exactly. Yeah. We didn't pay for any services like other people do.
No, we didn't. We just kicked a few doors down and read the riot act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, subsection 2, paragraph 5 says you're not subscribed to us.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Me and Ritchie don't like that.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff.
Do we want?
I'm sure we don't.
Yeah, a bit like that. So yeah, we got there.
Got there eventually. So well done, everyone. Thank you very much for subscribing.
So you told me once you get to 100 subscribers, it's just a matter of days now that we get to 1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see.
We'll be at 200 by the end of the week.
Wow! Watch this space. What year?
I didn't say.
So,
oh dear.
We enjoy it anyway. So
exactly, yeah. This is just our weekly talk about the entertainment business and just sort of
what's going
chat
on
about mostly all things Star Wars and Marvel. It seems these days.
Well, not so much Marvel. I suppose there's not much going on in Marvel just now, is there? I actually realised I hadn't watched the final episode of Agatha all along. I watched up to episode 7, I think. Is there 8 episodes?
Is Chernobyl written all over again?
It has, I know. Yeah, I think I missed out the last episode, yeah.
Because that was like the most important one. That was literally the rug that tied everything together.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
No, it was like, I see, right. Mm-hmm. And then when she did that, that's right, got it. Yeah.
Okay. I'll watch it just out of, just to tie things up.
I actually thought it was when you see the last episode, you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's quite clever. Yeah, yeah, not as clever as WandaVision. I mean, lightning in a bottle twice, you can't do that.
No,
but it was good. It was a good show. All things said and done. The gayest Marvel show ever, according to the showrunners.
All right, okay, and that means that oh God, what do you call it?
The Neckbeards will be loaded.
Acolyte is the gayest Star Wars show ever. Then
that's right, yeah.
According to all the
which I didn't understand. So, and we'll talk about this later on because I watched it because it's on Now TV. Does that mean that Dune Prophecy is the gayest Dune
thing
show? In case people don't realize what we're talking about, we should explain what we're talking about here. People are saying that this is the gayest thing ever, and it's not really yet about some hidden gay agenda that the neckbeards.
I know. We're waffling. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
These aren't even stories. This is just their waffles.
This is just us complaining about neckbeards living in parents' basements. Anyway,
exactly.
let's get cracking. As is tradition in these shows, we start off unfortunately with an obituary. Naked Gun and Airplane director. This is one of your stories.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Abrams passed away aged 80.
Yes, 4 days ago, I think.
I think it
he
is,
died.
Yeah.
I think, according to the thing. I mean, he was a bit of a comedy genius, wasn't he? A visionary.
Yeah.
For a certain type of comedy that has spawned a lot of kind of crap, I would say. since then, Scary Movie.
Your favourite series? I was going to say your favourite series of movies, Scary Movie.
Yeah, that kind of genre. But he kind of kicked that off, and it was funny when he did it, with Naked Gun and Airplane, but not so funny when people took over and just did copied the style.
Yeah.
So he directed Airplane and Naked Gun, is that right? And
I believe that's right. Yeah. So he did the Naked Gun movie. He did Airplane, which of course it was a sort of rip-off. There was like Airport 75 and Airport 77, I think.
Yeah,
there was all these kind of movies out at the same time.
A few podcasts ago, weren't we?
Because it's 0 Hour. I think is the actual script that they based the movie Airplane on. Airplane ! On.
Yeah, they bought the rights to that movie and then adapted it into a comedy and made it into Airplane.
Left quite a lot of the original lines in there.
They did,
but just had people deliver them in a comedic way.
Yeah, that's right.
But again, Leslie Nielsen, who was in there, who obviously has passed away a long time ago, a couple of years back, he was king of the deadpan delivery.
Well, you say that actually. You say they said the lines in a comedic way, but they didn't actually. They played it straight, pretty much.
Yeah,
it was just the situation was, daft. So that's why it was so clever, because they weren't really playing it for laughs. Well, it was playing for laughs, but they were, because of how serious they were in it and the kind of ridiculous stuff that was going around them. That's what made it funny. Do you
remember Ted Stryker would never get over?
Oh no,
Macho Grande.
All right, okay.
He would never get over
Macho
Grande.
That first movie is just
pull up. It's brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah. Is this the smoking section or non-smoking section? Smoking, and he hands him a ticket and it's on fire.
What a day to give up blue sniffing.
Exactly.
Etc. etc.
What can you make out of this? I can make a brooch or a hat.
Yeah. We must have watched that movie a million times.
Oh God, I don't know. We must have run the tape on it.
Yeah.
I think we taped it from BBC or something. Made a backup copy of it for our own personal use. And then we watched it several times. What's that?
No further questions, Your Honour.
No further questions, but I'm pretty sure I removed the tab on it. Good news for Moana, though. Moana has
Moana 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Moana 2, sorry, Electric. I was going to say Electric Boogaloo. 221 million debut.
That's hot.
And Wicked has also added 117 million. It's the biggest opening since Frozen 2. In fact, it's bigger than Frozen 2, sorry. Right. It's bigger than Super Mario Brothers this year.
Aye. So is it bigger
221 million versus 205 for Mario Brothers?
Is it bigger than Inside Out 2? Because that was obviously became $1 billion movie this year. Was Super Mario Brothers this year? Was it? No, that was last year.
Well, no, it's based on the opening of the movie. So Moana 2 cemented a new Thanksgiving box office record with $221 million over the 5-day holiday frame, obliterating the previous high watermark set by 2019's Frozen 2, 2013's Hunger Games. It also stands as the biggest 5-day debut in history, overtaking Universal's 2023 Behemoth, the Super Mario Brothers movie, for $205.6 million. So, as much as the critics are going for Moana 2, it looks like everybody else is flocking to see the little coconut guys trying to do Moana again.
Yeah.
I like the little coconut guys. I want to see them again.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Really,
you like to see wee coconut men.
I like those little guys.
You like those guys. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think Moana was great. It was a slow burner, Moana, though, wasn't it?
I think so.
Didn't take the world of light the way that Frozen did.
I preferred it to Frozen.
Oh, me too. Absolutely.
I mean, you can't really beat Let It Go. Let It Go is a great song, but I mean, like the movie itself, the whole movie, I thought it was better. It was a better story.
It was more charming, I think, than
yeah.
And I'd say it appealed to more than just little girls. Although Frozen must have appealed to bloody everybody because it was so huge.
I think so. I mean, it's always the theaters are always busy when Frozen comes on. Although I really hated Frozen 2.
Yeah, I know, it was rubbish. I wonder if it's going to surpass Inside Out 2 then, because that's is that the biggest animated movie of all time?
Inside Out 2. Actually, let's have a look. Top.
I mean, that became a huge hit this year. It became $1 billion movie, and I'm pretty sure it's the biggest animated movie of all time now, surpassing Frozen 2.
No, that's not the one. Where was the?
What?
I'm trying to find the Wikipedia page for it. Wikipedia top box office movies. List of highest grossing films. There you go. That's the phrase I was looking for. I'm really kind of brain foggy today, more than normal.
Yeah.
Okay, so Inside Out.
I'll keep you right. Don't you worry.
Yeah, Inside Out is number 8. It's in the top 10 of the highest grossing films of all time ever.
Yeah. So it is the biggest animated movie of all time.
It is the biggest animated film. The next biggest movie is The Lion King.
Is it? I thought Frozen 2 was the next one.
That was the remake as well.
The remake of The Lion King.
Yeah, Jon Favreau.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And then after that, Frozen 2 is number 14.
Right, okay. There you go. Well, do we think it's going to hit the heights?
No, I don't think it's going to hit.
Probably not.
I don't think it's going to hit Inside Out heights.
It's a funny one as well because, having those two movies out at the same time, there's a kind of big competition for each other. Duking it out,
Yeah.
It's it's kind of similar, I would say, in a way, They're both musicals.
I mean,
they're not both animated, obviously, but they're both musical, both family-oriented movies.
Both rely a lot on CGI
for Christmas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Wizard of Oz was a classic, British staple of television when we were growing up.
I mean, they're also both based on, previous content. Obviously, Wicked is it a prequel? Is it a prequel to?
Yes, it's a prequel.
Wizard of Oz. One is a sequel to Moana. 2 is a sequel to Moana. Mm-hmm. So that it's familiar to people as well. Both movies, the characters are familiar. So they're kind of similar, I would say, in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how it goes. Duking it out.
Yeah,
it'll be better than Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson. That's for sure.
Hey-oh,
it'll be more interesting.
Do you think do you think The Rock is like, I'm back, baby?
Yeah, but I don't know if he is back because his Big Red movie has not done well.
Red One.
Red One, yeah.
No, it died at the box office. I think we I can't remember exactly what the figure was. I think it was like 250 million budget, and it made like 107 at the box office. It was half basically what it was supposed to be.
I mean,
you're not coming back from that. That's
crazy.
Yeah, but $250 million for that movie. I'm like, what are you thinking? It's a Christmas movie. You want to make it as low budget as possible. Think, I don't know, the Christmas Chronicles, or whatever it's called on Netflix. That couldn't have been a $250 million movie.
No, they were good films, those the Netflix ones.
Yeah.
One to watch actually this Christmas is the Netflix. It's the chap that wrote Notting Hill and Four Weddings and a Funeral and all those things. He's got an animated movie out this Christmas that looks pretty good. But I think people are fatigued though by movies that are too similar to things they've seen already. I mean, this Big Red, or whatever the hell it's called, just looks like
Red
another.
One. You don't even know the name of it.
Exactly. But it just looks like another generic superhero action thing that we've seen a million times before. You know, I think we're maybe getting a wee bit kind of. I know people say.
Are you getting this mixed up? I've asked this before last week. Are you getting mixed up with Red Notice?
What's Red Notice?
So Red Notice is the superhero action-y movie one, and Red One is the Santa Claus has gone missing one.
What?
Okay. So
walk me
Red
through
Notice.
This.
Right, Red Notice is the one that was on Netflix with Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds and The Rock.
All right, no, I don't mean that one. I mean the one with Chris.
Santa Claus.
Chris Evans in it and.
Chris Evans, right? Okay, right, yeah.
Aye, I mean that one.
Right, so that's Red One then. Okay.
Red One, right? Yeah. Aye, yeah. That one. No, but I think but judging by the trailers, I've not seen it. Danny doesn't even want to see it, and he likes all that stuff. It's 13, and judging by the trailers, it just looks like yet another like Aquaman, but with snow. Do you know what I mean? Or one of those kind of offshoots, kind of superhero things. There's a bit, snowmen and stuff, and
Also, going with the trailer as well, and again, not seen it and no intention of watching it because it feels like a Netflix movie. It actually feels like a
Netflix
made for streaming movie. Yeah. The whole premise of it, but the part of it in it is basically the plot, the end plot, the last act of Elf, where there's not enough Christmas spirit, and no one believes in Santa Claus anymore. And then he gets the whole of New York to start singing, and he's got to get one guy to sing, and it's James Caan has to sing.
I know what you're see when you say it feels like a Netflix movie. They pump a lot of money into the visuals and things like that, but the content in the movie is seriously lacking. Do you remember the one?
Awful. Yeah.
What was the one Jason Momoa was in, and he was like the Sandman? It was like sleep thing.
Was that not Little Nemo? It was based on Little Nemo.
Something like that. It was okay.
Slumber or sleep or something. Or
it was okay, but it was like the same sort of writers.
Aquaman.
The same sort of writers, doing these writing by committee, and going what do the people in the street want? What do they say? But I don't think the people in the street want these movies right now. So Superman, you better be good. That's all I'm saying. You better be different as well. Be different to all these other ones.
The formulaic. It's the same thing. Like every superhero is the big bad guy comes down, whops the superhero's ass. Superheroes have to try and reform or try and figure whatever it is out. They have to find this MacGuffin. The MacGuffin then leads them on to this other thing. They have a mini battle with the minions. They take dominion over them. They find something else about that weakens the big bad guy, and then they use the MacGuffin to finally defeat the big bad guy.
And then there's a huge stramash of
huge big CGI
for 45 minutes of battle.
Yeah.
That's
it's like see when the big battle comes on at the end of a CGI of an action hero movie thing. I just think of the bit in is it Little Britain where Barbara Cartland says and she's writing the book and the woman's typing it out and she goes like, now have you ever read the Bible? In the beginning, and she goes, there's a copy of it in my desk, just copy that out. Yeah. And then she just goes for sleep. That's what it feels like. Is it's just kind of the writers are just going to add CGI battle. That'll fix it.
Aye, throw the kitchen sink at it. Charlie Brooker describes that end of a movie as a washing machine because it's just just watching a washing machine go round and round and round.
And it is 100% like the Aquaman, the first movie for Aquaman. I thought was okay. And then when it did the CGI battle at the end, I'm like, I don't know who. Like, there's scorpions underwater, or what's happening? Like, I didn't get the whole the whole thing was just this big mess at the end. You're right. Charlie Brooker's right. It is a washing machine.
I liked Aquaman the first time I saw it, and then the next time I saw it, I didn't understand why I liked it. But anyway,
yeah.
I don't know.
Anyhow, Rupert Grint, not the best wizard in the world because he can't make a tax battle disappear. He's got to pay 1.8 million. I'm not entirely sure what the actual technicalities of the fraud is, but essentially he set up this company with his accountants. He was the sole shareholder. Pay attention, kids. This is how you get arrested. He set up this company. He was the sole shareholder for it. All his royalties and stuff were put in this company. And then they basically paid himself a dividend, which is a massive dividend that he said was under corporate tax. But they said, well, actually, no, because you're the sole shareholder. It's just you.
This sounds like he's been given some bad advice to me.
100%, yeah. He's basically been told that no, everybody does this.
Yeah.
And he's been caught basically.
Oh wow!
And it's the whole, they've thrown the book at him. So he owes them 1.8 million in restitution to the HMRC. So they've come for their money.
1.8 million, did you say?
1.8 million, yeah. Out of the 4.5,
I think he can afford that. He can afford that.
Oh, he's got 4.5.
That's Harry Potter. He's got Harry Potter money.
Yeah, but he's not Harry Potter, though, is he?
No, but
he's a good actor.
He's a bloody good actor. He is.
Yes.
I've seen him in loads of stuff since then, and he's been fantastic. He was great. The Servant. Did you see The Servant on Apple TV?
I didn't.
He's brilliant in it. No. Absolutely brilliant in it. I've seen him in other stuff as well. Yeah, he's a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he can.
He was good. It was an Emily Blunt one that he was in. He was good in that. He played a thief.
Oh yeah.
And she was driving a Mini, and Bill Nye was an assassin. Was that a fever dream? Did I have a fever dream about that? Anyway,
did you tell everybody your haircut yesterday? No. That sounded like a fever dream. Someone got a haircut. I'll just quickly say it. Right.
I met my new. I've just moved to a new town, and I met my barber for the first time because I went into the first barber shop that was there. I thought, oh, this one looks fine. Looks like any other barber shop. I said, hello. And he says, hello, my friend. What's your name? And I said, Sloan. He goes, I'm Rambo. And I was like, all right, okay. Rambo. And he was dressed head to toe in a teddy bear suit, like a fluffy teddy bear suit. Mm-hmm. And it had a little face on his chest, where like a teddy bear face, not just like a human face. Yeah. And I was like, all right, okay.
Ridiculous.
And that would be ridiculous. Anyway, so he gave me a haircut, and I said, and a Santa hat as well, and an inflatable Santa outside as well. Got to remember that. Anyway, so he's mid haircut, and I said, so why are you called Rambo? And he goes, because of this. And did the face with the scissors, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, Rambo cuts my hair.
So did that happen, or is Sloan having a fever dream? You decide.
There you go. Answers below.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it happened.
Oh yeah, I think we'll not be too worried about Rupert Grint. I think he'll be okay.
No, I think he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be okay. Would you like to see a picture of Charlie Hunnam as Ed Gein?
Oh yes. I thought we'd spoken about this actually, but I think it happened after the podcast last week, didn't it?
Did we not talk to James about it? I think.
Not just your normal
after the podcast.
Yeah, I think we might have done.
Yeah. I think it's like a Christmas thing because he had like an inflatable Santa Claus, and like it was Jingle Bell Rock was playing on the radio, and it was really loud. And yeah, I think.
Are you going to go back? That's the big question.
Things. Yeah.
Mr. Rambo. Was his first name John? John Rambo?
No, it wasn't. No. Anyway, so here's Charlie Hunnam as Ed Gein.
Now, if you'd told, well, I think we must have heard about this a while ago, that Charlie Hunnam was going to be playing Ed Gein. I didn't see it at all. Now, having seen this picture,
you're like, oh yeah.
I'm like,
There's actually, I think there's a side by side. Yeah, here you go. Here's the side by side.
Yeah,
not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's after he's been captured and he's a wee bit unkempt.
No, that's
for those of you
like
watching on the black and white television set, the pictures on the right hand side of the picture.
No, it was. I read the book years ago about Ed Gein. Ed Gein was a lot of horror movies have been based on Ed Gein, like Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. The family are based on the way he lived his life as well.
Yeah.
Other things as well, but yeah, quite a fascinating character. And this is the new show, the new next Monsters, isn't it?
The next Monsters, yeah.
So this is the next guy they're focusing on Netflix for the next season of Monsters, or Monster. Well, Monster this time, I suppose.
Monster, yeah.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good.
Well, it does, yeah.
That's a bit interesting, by the way, because especially the guys that do those shows, I think they're really good. And I quite like the re-injection of humour, even though it's a dark subject matter. They still managed to kind of inject a bit of humour in there. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. In other casting news, oh my god! Oh, by the way, I'm hoping that Charlie Hunnam doesn't do his Irish accent.
No. Guy Ritchie favours him a lot. Charlie.
Looking like that.
He's been in. He was in that King Arthur movie. Did you ever watch that? Guy Ritchie's King Arthur.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did he play the eponymous King Arthur?
Yeah, it was not a high point in Guy Ritchie's career. I can tell you. They've been few and far between recently. Well,
but more of them in second though.
Cockney King Arthur. They're all kind of Cockneys in it and stuff.
Oh, okay.
A bit gangstery. That's bad. It's a bit like that. It's a little bit between Snatch and Assassin's Creed. If you can imagine that. It's a bit like that. It's weird. I think he was trying to make Excalibur again, but he didn't have the John Boorman chops.
I was going to say John Boorman would have. Yeah, he's like, no. Just stick to your gangster movies.
Yeah.
So you know who Sam Menendez. Menendez. Not Menendez.
Menendez.
I didn't watch a Muppet movie this week. Sorry. Sam Mendes is doing a Beatles film.
Yes.
For Sony.
Yeah.
I have some news on the casting.
No, sorry, he's doing 4 Beatles films.
I have news on the casting. Ringo Starr says he knows who's going to be playing him.
Well, it's been heavily rumoured.
Brian Keoghan.
Barry.
Aye, that's him.
Yep.
But Brian
Barry dear.
Kinesiology.
His second name is actually just pronounced Keoghan, I think.
That makes sense, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
In what was in Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Salt Mine. He was in Salt Mine. He was in The Batman.
Yep. Well, kind of.
I don't know why we're putting English accents on. He's not English.
Kind of in the Batman. But they kind of. I don't think that scene actually appeared at the end of the movie, though.
I think, was that not put in after people were like, "Where's the Joker?"
I think it was a scene. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alistair, or whoever. But I don't think that was in the movie, and they released it online only. I think.
Oh, that rings a bell. Actually,
for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why they would have done that. I actually saw a video of him. He put in an audition tape to play the Joker, and he did it very much in the style of Clockwork Orange type thing.
Very much in the style of Heath Ledger.
Did I ever tell you how I got these scars?
No, he didn't do it like that.
Turns out the old man was a bit of a psycho. That kind of stuff. No.
I love the fact his weapon's a potato peeler in that movie, The Dark Knight.
Oh.
You never noticed that?
Oh, no,
It was a potato peeler up to Harvey Dent or whatever it is. No,
that's fantastic.
not Harvey Dent. My favourite, I can't remember.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, so Barry Keoghan is he's going to play Ringo Starr.
Yeah, because Ringo reckons Barry's been doing some drumming lessons. Is that not right?
Yes,
or he'd
that
heard.
is correct. Yeah,
heard that.
He'd heard he's done some drumming lessons. Hopefully not too many.
Yeah, but have you seen the casting for the other three? I just can't see it at all. Paul Mescal is playing John Lennon, I think.
Oh
you know, the lad that's in
these days.
Gladiator 2.
We're starting to get movies sounding like football scores again.
Aye, we are, aye. Moana 2, Gladiator 2.
That's a draw. Moana wins on aggregate.
Aye. Cowden Beef 1, Moana 2.
4 for 4, 5.
Yeah. Aye. I don't know. No.
Anyway,
I can't see the other three. Barry, I think, seems the closest actually for Ringo.
He does, yeah.
I think he could do a good Ringo
because of the eyes,
and the nose,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and he's called Barry as well. Despite the fact they called him Brian all through this. Yeah. So the Guy Ritchie, right? Guy Ritchie, he's a bit of a geezer. He's got himself a movie, a TV thing over at Showcase, right? Yeah. And what he's doing is he's getting an ensemble characters together, right? In the face of Tom Hardy, right? Pierce Brosnan, you know, that guy that plays 007, that guy. And only Helen bleeding Mirren.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a fair of a casting.
I know. So, let me get this right. Tom Hardy is going to play a professional conciliator, so the consigliere of the Harrigan family.
So what
so he's going to play a character called...
Is the movie called Showcase?
No. So it showcases the
distribution
TV production distribution company.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll be on Paramount Plus over here probably.
I see, right, okay.
But Showcase like their American kind of gritty type network.
All right, okay.
Showcase, like they used to put on Trailer Park Boys over on Showcase.
All right.
Anyway, so Harry D'Souza is going to be like their consigliere. That's Tom Hardy's character. Brosnan's going to play the sort of kingpin. Conrad Harrigan, that's the head of the family. And Helen Mirren is going to play Maeve Harrigan, who's Conrad's wife and the matriarch.
Sounds a bit like Succession or something.
Yeah, but geezers.
I hope he doesn't do another serious one, you know, like a deep thinker like Revolver, because I think Guy Ritchie thinks he's kind of got those chops, and he does to a certain extent, but not. I think sometimes he'd love to be Christopher Nolan, you know, in that sense. But
have you seen Guy Ritchie's The Covenant?
No, I haven't actually. Is that one of those ones that tries to overdo it?
Oh
god,
Guy, my dude, you can't make war films. I'm sorry, you can't. It doesn't. It doesn't work.
He seemed to just plow through. He made about 6 movies in about 3 years, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless maybe. Do you think these are kind of some movies he made during lockdown or something? And
maybe, yeah.
And now they're just starting to come out like one by one every week. It's like, there's another one.
Maybe it's because it's the movie company's like, there's no way we're releasing this. This is not going to get released. And he's like, oh. And then 2 years later, they're like, we've got no movies to release. Release a Guy Ritchie movie.
Maybe. but he's not had a hit for a while.
No, he has not. No, which is a shame because we go back to the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't bad.
I feel like we say this every week. Poor old guy.
I feel like we're kind of Guy Ritchie apologists when it comes to that movie. Because I like the two main guys in it. I think they're fantastic. Like Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson. I think they're brilliant. And to put those, like, I would love to see those two guys in another movie together. I think they're really, really good together.
But, yeah.
Like, the bit where they're on the boat and Henry Cavill says something and the German says, "Shut up."
Yeah.
And then he turns to and goes, "Oh, you're in trouble now."
Yeah. No, I think he's great in it as well. What was it? I heard a rumour about Henry Cavill, his next role, and it's a biggie.
Wolverine.
Is it a DC?
Wolverine.
Or is it has he went to Marvel? Is it something Marvel?
Wolverine.
Well, there's rumours, isn't there? Wolverine. I think that would suit him, actually. I think that would suit him pretty well. Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Wolverine. And he's already.
I mean, he did make a cameo in Deadpool.
Yeah, he's already done it, and he bloody looked the part, you know.
Yeah.
So that'd be good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know there's one joke in Deadpool and Wolverine that they vetoed?
Was it?
Yeah, they referred to Mickey Mouse as a word.
Whoa, really? Never.
Yeah, apparently. And Disney went, no.
Everything else is fine.
Everything else is fine. All the other stuff's fine. Not that.
All right, fair enough.
So,
at least they tried.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mickey Mouse is up for license, though, isn't it? It's open now. Open.
Yeah. Well.
So there's been a horror movie.
Yes and no.
Oh no, sorry, it's the Steamboat Willie.
It's the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse. So the current incarnation of Mickey Mouse is not up for grabs. In fact, everything from 1930 onwards is not up for grabs. It's just the Ubai Works.
But there's been a Winnie the Pooh-esque horror movie with Mickey,
which I don't know how they got away with, because they can't use that Winnie the Pooh, the one that they used, which is, the pantsless Winnie the Pooh with a red t-shirt, because that's Disney's Winnie the Pooh. They can use the 100-acre Winnie the Pooh that appears in the books, the ones that were written by A. Milne and God. Oh, brain just went blank there. The illustrator. I can't remember who the illustrator is. Anyway, they can use that version of Winnie the Pooh. So I don't know how the horror movies got the red t-shirt and the pantsless thing.
If I had a serial killer after me just wearing a red t-shirt and no pants, or anybody for that matter running about after me with a red t-shirt and no pants, regardless of whether we're dressed up as Winnie the Pooh or not, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Just saying. Call me weird.
Okay. Did we talk about Simon Kinberg having a trilogy? Getting a trilogy.
Do you know, we've spoken about that many that I'm lost now. What's real and what's not real?
I can't remember if we talked
which
about
one's Simon Kinberg? Is this the guy that I maybe forgot his name last week or a couple of weeks ago?
Class guy.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently he's Kathleen Kennedy's promised him a trilogy.
Have you got a photograph of him?
At this point, I don't think that'll help.
At this point, I don't believe a thing that's said. I'm getting a bit annoyed about it now. We're talking Star Wars again, everybody. Simon Kinberg, I think, is the guy that I couldn't remember the name of last week or a week ago, who's meant to be a massive, massive Star Wars fan, who knows the lore of Star Wars, reads the books, reads the comics, knows it inside out. So it could be a really good pick.
Him?
I think it might be him, actually. Mm-hmm.
Kinberg, sorry. Kinberg.
Yeah, but he's a huge, huge fan. he could be a good pick, but at this point, I just don't believe anything. There's been so many people attached to, we had the Game of Thrones guys. They were in to do a trilogy, I think.
David and Bob, they were in for a trilogy. There was the Rian Johnson trilogy. There was a Taika Waititi film.
Yeah.
There was Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it is.
Well, even
the Daisy Ridley. Oh, Gareth Edwards was supposed to be getting a movie or a trilogy.
Gareth Edwards did direct Rogue One, but he didn't finish it, apparently. Tony Gilroy got brought in to finish it.
But he'd written it, though. Gilroy had written.
Did Gilroy write the script for Rogue One?
I think he did, yeah.
I'd love to know the story, exactly what happened there, but I don't think Gareth Edwards finished it. But then, now that we've seen the creator, he's obviously capable of great things.
Tony Gilroy wrote the screenplay along with Chris White.
All right, okay. There was supposed to be a Rey movie as well.
Do you know who thought of Rogue One?
But apparently the Rey thing's going to be a trilogy, the Rey movie. Now,
well, that's not happening yet. It's been put off because they can't get a writer or a director or whatever the heck it was that we said 3 episodes ago. Do you know whose idea was for Rogue One?
Yeah. John, the guy that created Photoshop.
That's him, John Knoll. Yep.
He was a special effects guy, 3D, computer CGI guy. Yep. John Knoll.
And I think he might be. He's either a Disney fellow or he's a LucasArts fellow or something. I can't remember, but he's up there in.
And obviously, Andor, we're getting. Well, Skeleton Crew first. We're going to be getting.
Well, let's talk about Andor because here's what we know. Allow me to present. It's a nice wee segue into that.
Right.
Seeing as it is actually the title of this episode. So it's going to take place over 4 years. There's going to be a 1 year time jump every 3 episodes. They're keeping that mini-series type thing that they did where they would chunk it up into those
I like that, actually.
Parts.
Feels like 3 movies, doesn't it?
Almost. It does, yeah. That's what it felt like, yeah. So it's going to take place over 4 years, 1 year time jump every 3 episodes. Ben Mendelsohn's back, so he's coming back as director of Krennic. We know that.
He was
Forrest Whitaker's, he's fantastic. And like the bit with him and Vader was just
terrific,
so good. Forrest Whitaker obviously has to come back as Saw Gerrera because he was great in it in the first one. Alan Tudyk, one of the nicest men in Hollywood, apparently. Is coming back to voice K2SO.
I think everyone's looking forward to that, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, because K2SO was brilliant. Do you know, there's a bit in the Rogue One movie where K2SO starts talking and Diego interjects and he slaps him like that and he goes, and you'll get another one for your insolence or whatever it is. And you see him going like that to his face. And the reason why he's doing that, you can actually see his cheekbones raising up because he's trying not to laugh on set. Because he wasn't expecting it and he thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
So anyway, that's what
improvised thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and we're getting it obviously in March, April next year.
Well. Can't wait. 2025. So, I wonder if we'll see Vader then, or Peter Cushing.
Those are good questions. I mean,
probably unlikely about the Peter Cushing thing because
maybe not because did he not? He didn't. So Tarkin didn't like Stardust until it was almost completed. Then he's like, "Oh no, this stuff's pretty cool. This is mine now."
Yeah,
and he kind of took over it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we'll get Tarkin for this one.
We should get Vader.
It may not make sense.
I think we'll see Vader.
Vader might make sense, maybe.
Although I think the whole stick with Andor is the fact it's kind of
adjacent.
Away from that. Oh well, I suppose it's not because it's certainly away from the Force and all the kind of mystique part. It's the normal person in the Star Wars universe, really. The rebellion, normal people, no special powers, no lightsabers, all that stuff. So, but it'd be good to see Vader. I think it'd be great to see Vader in it. Why not as well? Because we saw him in Rogue One, so why not?
Yeah. There's no mention of Cyril or Dedra.
They'll be in it.
I hope so.
We've seen footage. Characters. I'm pretty sure we've seen footage. Not official stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, but
there.
There was little clips as well. It does look really good, though.
Yeah.
There's like kind of actiony sequences that they were showing because obviously you need to see things blown up.
Yeah.
To get the punters in. But I'm just hoping for another Secret War. That's all I want from this.
Question is, did Andy Serkis's character survive?
Oh, well, there you go.
Kino
Loy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Kino Loy.
Probably not.
What I'm interested to see is how they dovetail it into the end of into the start of Rogue One.
Yeah,
and I hope it ends with him arriving in that place where he meets the spy, or maybe just the conversation at the start of that, or something. I think that ties it all together.
I reckon we'll see that actor though. Prior to that in this.
Maybe
I can't remember his name. He's an English actor. He's good actually. He's really good.
Because the other guy, the guy that he swims and escapes the planet. With the two, we hate the Empire too. Those guys.
Yeah.
He escapes the planet with them. He meets up with him later on because he becomes part of Rogue One.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
yeah, that's true. No, I think we'll see that guy that he shoots. And they might have a kind of friendly relationship, but because Andor is so Cassian is so focused in the cause, friends don't matter to him, and MD gets in, if they're not doing their job properly and get in his way or kind of call him out or whatever, cheerio,
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of Cassian.
But there's a bit where Stellan Skarsgård character says to Andor, he says, "You've been doing this sort of soldier thing where you've been kind of, working in the shadows. Now you need to lead."
I can't wait to see more of him, by the way. He's the most interesting, complex character in the whole thing.
Yeah. His big speech about a fight for a sunrise I'll never see.
God. Two big speeches in that.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And the relationship between Cassian and him as well should be interesting.
Yeah.
Loads to look forward to, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. Amazing that when we were starved for Star Wars content, we still are movies-wise, but we're getting some great TV from Star Wars. Skeleton Crew obviously starts on Tuesday.
Arguably great TV from Star Wars.
Well, we'll see.
It's hit and miss, isn't it, really? It
is a bit hit and miss. I mean, there's a lot to...
There's a lot to like, though, I reckon. There is a lot to like. Yeah. There definitely is. Yeah, Skeleton Crew.
I like the...
Are we doing
a Lego one?
Are we going to do a wee watch along for Skeleton Crew?
I think we might. I mean, it's obviously that. I don't think the Skeleton Crew is at all aimed for us, but given the fact that when we were growing up, Goonies was one of our favorite movies. I can't imagine us not enjoying this in a way.
Yeah, I think it might be grittier than you think, and just because it's kids in it, it doesn't mean that they're going to play nice.
Do you know that the Max Rebo kid?
Yeah,
that's in it. He's called Neil.
Brilliant.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, it might not be the right spelling or whatever it is, but the fact he's called Neil, I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You gonna let Neil fly? It's brilliant. I mean, that's that. I was like, all right.
Do you know the bit I like as well? I like the bit in the trailers that they're like the kids are like to Jude Law. They're like, "So you're a Jedi?" And he's like, "Yeah, whatever." You know, like as a yeah, whatever. Yeah, of course I am. Type thing. It's like,
they don't know.
Is he heck?
Yeah. There's a sneak peek. There's like a kind of quick look type thing on Disney Plus.
Right. Aye.
Yeah. By the way, I'm saying let's do a watch along. I don't know if I'm gonna have a Disney Plus account by the end of the week, so we'll see what happens.
Watch this space. If we do it, it'll probably be Thursday. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
So
we'll put something up on Tuesday, Wednesday to let you guys know. There'll be Monday, Tuesday, whenever it is.
If you can't get Disney Plus up and running, it should have been a subject here actually. Sloan's moved over from Canada to Scotland, and he's managed to transfer everything: Netflix, Prime, your sports stuff, everything else apart from Disney Plus are not playing ball for some reason. They're not.
Apple as well, because Apple's all
region,
all that kind of stuff.
So that's a weird one. Anyway.
Because I mean, I've heard horror stories about people traveling from one country to another with Apple, and like they get the whole thing gets all messed up, and they got to like reset their iPhone and all that kind of stuff. I don't have to do that.
I think you might have to just scrap the whole thing and just start from scratch with Disney.
I don't want to do that.
It's not that big deal. I don't think.
I know.
It's not really. I would just bite the bullet and scrap it.
But my worry is that I suppose I could log in with another email. I could just get another email account. I mean, just log on to Gmail and you can get another account there.
Yeah. But
maybe that's what I have to do.
Yeah. So either way, I think we will do a watch along on Thursday, even if it's just me or James. Me and James maybe. We'll see. But yeah. Pencil is in for Thursday, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Skeleton.
Talking of watching along, what have you been watching?
Well, do you remember I said last week I'm going to start watching all the James Bond movies?
Aye.
Well, I did start watching them.
You watched them all?
No, I watched Dr. No, and then
did you?
I watched Dr. No, and then I thought, right, I'll watch the next one, and then up in the top corner. Aye. And then up in the top corner it said available on it. What's it? It says available for the next 30 hours or something, or it's leaving in the next 30 hours. And I'm like, what? Then I clicked on the other James Bond movies, and they all say that. So just as I'm about to watch every single movie, they've decided they've been on there for ages,
right?
And this is from under my feet.
This is what I'm talking about, is the fact that the streaming services are great and all that kind of stuff. No, look at that. I've got access to thousands of movie titles and TV shows and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And they can take it away like that.
Exactly.
And you just have access to it. You don't own it. The best thing to do is physical media. And then you've got it. So if there's something you like, get it on physical media. I'm not saying you have to buy everything, but you need to buy the things that you like, because otherwise they'll take it away from you and you'll never see it again. Willow TV show. No one liked it, but I'm just giving that as an example, is the fact that has now been wiped off the face of the planet and no one can see it anymore.
Definitely. I mean, I watched Dr. No. I'd never seen Dr. No before, I don't think. All the way through. Anyway, I've seen bits and bobs. That way you kind of dip into a movie and dip out and stuff. But I really enjoyed it, actually. It was good. It was kind of cheesy and all that stuff. Misogynistic, violent. God, the opening's very violent. The murders right at the start, kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's right in there. And
that's Jamaica that one, isn't it?
Aye, there was a funny bit in it. There was a few funny bits in it.
The green screen.
The green screen. The car behind him is like massive. The scale is wrong. It's huge at one point.
It's like the anthill mob car.
Aye. And then the beach scene when Ursula Andress comes out the thing and they're having a chat. You can see the microphone down at their
down
at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So
there's a bit in it where he says,
"What's that?"
There's a bit in it where the captain, the guy that's in charge of the phone, he goes, "I'll distract him," just jumps out and immediately gets killed. Like, great distraction, Bob.
Yeah. It's good fun. Anyway, I watched The Lighthouse again.
Oh, aye. Going to no do that.
With Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe.
That's
I'm on
a kind of
The Witch. Robert Eggers.
And is he not doing Nosferatu as well?
Yeah, well, that's why I watched that, because I'm in a bit of a. I like him as a director. He does these kind of. It's almost like these kind of folk horror tales. Very quite an English thing, really.
Cthulhu type Lovecraftian.
No, more like kind of Wicker Man. Kind of folk.
Oh, okay.
Type. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Blair Witch Project, kind of. Hammer horror.
Aye.
Witch hunt type. All so it's black and white. It's weird.
It's filmed in 4:3 aspect ratio as well.
It is. Yeah. It's a weird film. And it's I'm not sure which one's mad, which one's more mad than the other in that movie, but it's a weird one. I loved it though. TV wise, we've been watching The Listening. It's on BBC. That's another weird one, but I'm quite drawn to these kind of weird things. It's basically about a woman that has a kind of hum and a constant buzz in her ear, and she goes to the doctor about it. That's what they say. It's just tonight. It could be menopause, all these kind of things. And then she's a teacher, and one of the kids says he can hear it as well. So they end up kind of chatting to each other, but it ends up that the people were kind of getting wind that they're spending a lot of time together, and she ends up losing her job because they think they're having a relationship and they're not.
Right.
And then it goes into, she go to this group, and they all say that they hear the thing, but it ends up quite culty. It's keeping us dragging along. It's only 4 episodes, but it's keeping us that kind of dragging us along with the kind of thing on the carrot, going, this is still really interesting, but I hope it nails the landing, because it's been good, but nothing much happens in it, but it just keeps you interested enough.
Aye.
Only Child we've been watching on iPlayer as well. Gregor Fisher's new show.
It's supposed to be good, yeah.
Yeah, it's really bloody good. It's brilliant. It's really good. It's about a man whose dad is like older. It's all the kind of struggling with technology in the modern world and things like that. It's really good. Just the kind of dynamic between the two of them.
Yeah.
Investigation Alien. I've been watching Netflix. Great. Just usual kind of stuff about aliens.
Yeah.
Taken, we watched on Friday. Liam Neeson. Which was brilliant as well. My God, that film chugs along. Like, it was like before we knew it was finished. It was like, whoa. I'd seen it before, but I remember enjoying it before. But Liam Neeson does not mess about in this movie, man. There's like one point where he goes for dinner with this guy and his wife, and he goes for dinner to get questions out of this guy, and in order to get questions out of him, they're sitting for dinner and just randomly shoots the wife in the arm. Do you remember that bit? And it's like,
no, I don't
know. Whoa, Liam, calm down. And the woman's like, done absolutely nothing to him, nothing. Anyway, so it was great. Not that bit, but it was good fun. And then I watched the Beatles 64, the them coming to America and stuff, which was fine.
All right, yeah.
It wasn't as good as Get Back, but it was good. Good. Alistair.
Oh yeah.
Started watching Silo 2.
Yeah.
2 episodes in. Is that I'm assuming, Alistair, that's the first season or second? Not sure.
So I'm in the second season. Yeah. They played Peter Gabriel Red Rain.
Did they?
Oh. Yep.
Nice one.
And I don't know if you finished Penguin, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
They played more by Sisters of Mercy in one of the episodes.
Oh yeah.
That one. You must know it. Aye. Is that you? You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Done. So movie-wise, we watched Jack Reacher Never Go Back. We saw it on Channel 4, and of course I hate the interface for Channel 4, so I immediately went somewhere else and tried and find it somewhere else on streaming, because I was like, I want to watch Jack Reacher. So it's on Prime. They must own the rights to show Jack Reacher everything on Prime. So it's Tiny Tom Cruise playing Jack Reacher again. It's not as good as the first one. People say that's the best book. Didn't really translate to the best movie for me. It's okay. But it might be the reason why they never made any more Jack Reacher things and decided to put it on TV.
Yeah.
But it's good, but it's not great. It's not as good as the first one. The first one's much better, even though they did butcher the book. And then TV-wise, Day of the Jackal.
Oh yeah,
still trundling through that.
Yeah, we are too.
And by trundle, I mean it's trucking along. Just everybody is fantastic in the cast.
That's great.
No notes, I think, is what I would say to that show. Like every single episode does not feel like it's a chore where you're sitting there going,
it's all killer, no filler.
Double screen it or something. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you got to pay attention to a lot of the dialogue as well, which is good, because there's a lot of stuff that comes up later on, and you're like, oh right, okay, because that was the thing that's great later on. We finished Benidorm, so all 10 seasons of Benidorm is now done.
Wow.
We blasted through it. So I think it was Sam was saying that we started on like season 1, episode 1, and then she went away for a week, and we were on like season 4, episode 3 or something.
Was Norris McWhirter there with his clipboard saying that's the fastest anybody's been through those episodes?
Exactly.
Yeah. And the Guinness Book
on normal speed.
Yeah.
Roy Castle was there who always trumpet.
Right, I bet
you know, I mean, not every episode was the best episode in the world, but it was consistently good. I thought Benidorm, it's quite difficult. Like, there was only, I think, maybe 10 episodes in those 10 seasons that weren't written by Darren Little. Steve Pemberton wrote some of the episodes.
I don't know.
For example, yeah, he wrote like 5 or 6 of the episodes. Like the back half of one of the seasons, because his character was like the main character, and he must have thought, I can write Mick Garvey better than this guy can write Mick Garvey. No. I don't know. I don't know what went on there, but anyway, so just like it's just like a cast of like just British actors, like good solid British actors, and they were all great in it. They were all good, like they all had motivations and likes and wants and needs and all that kind of stuff, and that's what made them feel real. There was no like 2D, like cardboard cutout type, pastiches of characters. Everything just seemed to, have like a backstory. And you didn't see the backstory. They didn't describe the backstory, but it felt like they had a backstory as well. So, loved it. And then Silo obviously is back on Apple TV Plus. Started watching that. I love what they're doing with this season. So if you haven't watched this, then I don't really want to spoil it. But I like the way that they're going with this, the way that they've set up the various parts of the world, and that's as much as I'll say. But yeah, the cast is amazing. Tim Robbins is fantastic as the mayor. Common's in it. He plays the sort of the FBI type guy in the silo.
Oh, he was in the first one as well.
Yeah. Rebecca Ferguson, obviously, she loves the books, and that's the reason why I think she signs on as producer for this. And so, yeah, she's brilliant in it as well. It's made in the UK, I believe. It's like a UK production company.
I do like her. I think she's very good.
Yeah. Oh no, she's like everybody's brilliant, and the guy there's a guy in it now, and he's like intriguing as well. But he's played by oh god, I can remember the guy's name.
Slow as coughing, sneezing.
I want to say Steve Zahn, but I'm not entirely sure. But he plays the neighbor in Modern Family, and he also plays the dad in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That guy.
Oh, right.
So anyway, he's in it.
Yeah, I know the guy you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's in it as well, and he's brilliant as well. It's dark dystopian post-apocalyptic future. Sign me up. I love these shows. I don't really want to be in a dark dystopian post-apocalyptic future, but I like the shows that are based on these dark dystopian post-apocalyptic futures. We blasted through Return to Paradise on BBC iPlayer. So this is, Death in Paradise.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's an Australian version of it now. And it's about this detective who's been accused of something in London, and she goes back to Dolphin Cove, bit on the nose. Goes back to Dolphin Cove in Australia, New South Wales, and Australia. And she solves crimes down there. It's very formulaic. I wouldn't say Death in Paradise wasn't particularly great, and this is lowbrow at the best. Basically, we watched it and went, "Oh, I know what's going to happen. He's the victim. It's him over there, and they did it because of this."
Life's too short to watch a show like that for me.
I know. Anyway, so I really like police procedurals, and I don't mind them, especially when they're good. But this isn't particularly good. 4 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. And then lastly, I've been watching Dune Prophecy. There you go. That's my.
I did watch the first episode, and I quite like it.
Did you notice that the actress who her character goes on to be played by Emily Watson was her from End of the Hecking World?
I did notice that. Do you know, actually, I recognised her, and I was like, where the heck do I recognise her from? Yeah. And I had to Google it, and I'm like, oh, God, because she was brilliant in that End of the Effing World.
Hecking World.
That's a great show. I think that's Netflix now.
I think it was always on Netflix.
Well,
it was in Canada.
It was Channel 4 first when we watched it.
Oh, right, okay.
But for you guys, it probably would have just been Netflix. But yeah.
Nice. I'm 2 episodes in, I think. I'm loving it. It's brilliant. I want to know how much they spent on it, because it feels there's lots of bits of it that feel a lot like Foundation.
Is it not more based on the James Herbert Son's book?
Yeah, it's based on June's sisterhood.
The sisterhood, yeah. Aye.
Yeah.
So it's more focusing on that, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And that was the book's hero. As opposed to
it's 10,000 years. So it's 100 years after the war with the machines, the thinking machines.
I really like that. That explains a lot. The fact that the sort of the technology
because of the memtats as well.
Because they don't trust technology, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they've all kind of slightly evolved, and they use spice in different ways. So the memtats use spice so that they can increase their cognitive abilities, so they can become computers, basically. And then you get the navigation guild, and then they use it to be able to do like crazy hyperspace calculations, so that they can literally make the jump to light speed and things. So there's all this kind of stuff going on, but the whole point is that they hate computers. They hate AI.
Yeah.
And I'm like, go on.
Yeah. Well, it's quite relevant as well.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. And of course, it's all like, court drama type, not courtroom drama, like imperial politics behind the scenes, all that kind of stuff. And that's great as well.
I think they're trying to make it a little bit Game of Thrones, and it's not far. It's not that far removed from Game of Thrones anyway. Really,
maybe.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, you've not seen Game of Thrones, but that's all the political stuff, all the kind of backstabbing, and that. It's all there. I love all that. I mean, Succession's a bit like that as well.
The guy that I always get Charlie Hunnam mixed up with, Travis Hunnam.
Aye, he's
the guy from Raised by Wolves,
Mr. Twitchy.
He's playing a very similar character to.
I think that's his acting style.
I think it is him. Yeah, but he's very, very similar to that character.
Yeah, I love Raised by Wolves though. That's probably my favourite sci-fi
that's gone.
show.
Forget about it. It's not anymore. It's
Really
cancelled.
Can I think that's one of the best sci-fi series I've seen for 10 years, something like that.
We'll never know what happens in the tunnels.
I really enjoyed that show.
Terrific.
Great.
I like Mother, I like Father. I thought they were great.
Brilliant.
Well. But yeah, that's me. Still watched. Yeah.
Next one.
So yeah, that's the show. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like what we do, don't forget to hit the like button and share on social media and let people know about the channel. We'd appreciate it. Thank you very much for commenting as well. That also helps in the channel, and thanks for obviously watching this live and spending your Sunday evenings with us. And if you haven't yet, thanks Alistair. Don't forget to hit the old subscribe button and notification bell, and you get timely reminders of when we put a new episode up, which is every Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time. And we're going to try and organise something for this Thursday.
For Skeleton Crew. Yeah.
But until next time, have a great week, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Cheers, guys.